What is up guys, Patterson here, and today's FIFA 17 video I'm going to be showing you my last 10 games of FUT Champions. So here today you can see by the title we did hit Elite 1 for back-to-back weeks, and we've done that quite a lot before, but thought I'll just let that sink in a little bit. So as you can see on screen before, I did have my Twitter up there at PattersonPlays. I do talk about a lot of FIFA news and stuff like that on there, as well as being able to see when my latest video is live, so please go follow me on there, as well as subscribe to the channel and all that other stuff. So on screen you can see the team I've been using for the past few months. Apart from Ogbonna and Marcus Alonso 85 overall are the newest additions to the squad. So that Ogbonna is actually over 100k at this point because he's one of the better centre backs in the Premier League. So as you can see, Matuidi, Aurier and Lacazette occupy the right hand side. Them will be changed for Silvers in a couple of weeks because there's a new requirement in FUT Champions for you to actually have 8 goal players minimum on the bench as well. So we're probably going to get the right hand side and just get rid of it, get some Silvers in there. I thought I'd just mention that. So as you can see in the midfield we do have Dele Alli, Kante, David Luiz. It's a very decent midfield. I don't have the coins to buy Matuidi's in form, so I'm just going to wait for team of the season. There's an 87 Sansoni who is coming out soon. I think it's the 12th of May team of the season comes out, so we're going to try and get him to start off with and maybe do a review on him for the channel. So he'll be over, he's probably one of the better players in that team of the season, so he's probably over 200k, but we'll try and get him if we can. So looking through the bench here, we did get Cavani and Di Maria like I said in my last video, but I did get a lot of good players in this week's monthly rewards. We do have Shaqiri there and a few other players in the club. As you can see on the bench, we've got a decent setup on the bench. Players that would normally come on is Lukaku, Gomez, Balassi. So let's get into the first game. You can see a couple of quick highlights here just to get you in the mood for Champions. So you can see this guy's team here is very decent. I wanted to actually show that team as I thought it was very good for Champions. We do start off with Lacazette here doing some nice turn inside outside, passing Ali. That was a nice finish there by them too. So he did have 87 Matuidi, who looks like a decent card. I did have his Movember card, but then I bought him for 15k on sniping him, and then I sold him for like over 80k, so win-win, isn't it? But that was his Movember card. He's in form, looks a lot better. I think he's got a lot more upgraded stats, and he's got a decent card to start with, to be fair, for someone who's around 15k's normal card. So I don't know why Insigne was, oh that's why, in the 70th minute Insigne and the kind of substitutes come on around that time. So he did rage quit here, as you can see. Insigne, Di Maria, we did change formation as well, which I haven't been putting that in the videos, which I might do in the future. As you can see, I think that's 23 wins, but I'm not really sure. I can't tell by that meter sometimes. This was nice work by Dele Alli here, running down the wing. So something I want to talk about on the channel recently, you'll probably realise there's not been a video every day, just because I would rather spend the time making one longer video and maybe not doing one every day, with one more quality content inside than one just rushing videos out for the sake of it. So I'm not going to be doing that anymore, I don't think. And I did make a second channel that was mainly for different games and stuff like that, but my first video is live on there as well now, so if you're interested in more videos, they're not going to be probably once a week maybe on there, just extra videos from the channel. So that's probably where I'm going to put most of my custom tactics videos as well, because I don't like putting them on this channel really, just because people don't really like them. So as you can see on screen, we are doing work against a lot of opponents here. And something else I would like to talk about is FIFA in general. For the past couple of months we've been kind of grinding for Champions really, to try and get the best rewards, the best packs, the best finishing really in any week. So we started off is kind of how we're going to finish, I don't think, unless we seriously drop coins and there's like a 99 in every player, and we've just wasted with all coins in the game on SBC. players like Dele Alli and Kante. Because I would be seriously actually mad at the game if that happened, because I did spend a lot of players on players like SBC, David Luiz. I spent a lot on getting Kante, a lot on getting Lukaku, Harry Kane, Dele Alli, all these big names here. I spent like all my coins on getting them. Now I'm left with 200k, and I don't know how I feel about this team this season. Team of the season is coming, and I'm pretty much left with no coins really. I do have a lot of packs, a lot of 100k packs. I think I've got over 10 now, so that's like over 1 million worth in packs, and other packs as well I've still got. So it's not like I haven't got anything in kind of valuables. I've still got a lot of packs, which there will be a team of the season pack opening coming soon to the channel, which should be good. Depends if we get anything which will defend if it's good or not. Hopefully a big player, that's what I want really. If I get one big name from the team of the season pack opening, that'll be fine. So I've seen a lot of players, a lot of people in general just complain about FUT Champions. I've seen it a lot on YouTubers taking shots out the kind of viewers who watch them for them playing FUT Champions and kind of complaining about the game and stuff like that. So the way I see it is, if FUT Champions is going bad for you, you're going to be annoyed at the game. If it's going good for you, you're going to be fine. Like a lot of these YouTubers who complain, oh stop complaining. There's a reason why they want to protect the game for themselves and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind when you see a YouTuber going, will you stop complaining about the game, there's no bugs in the game, there's no momentum. Because it doesn't benefit them for this game to fail. So if FIFA fails, all that fails with it is their channel, example mine, which I'm not really bothered about that, but a lot of bigger YouTubers, that's their lives, that's their kind of job for however long they decide to do it, but it's not really in their kind of, it doesn't benefit them if them say FIFA's bad or FIFA's terrible or kind of selling coins and that. It only benefits them money wise, which a lot, 90% of FIFA YouTubers have coin sellers, and yet some of them now degrade other people for doing it, which it's not my type of thing to be honest, but some people have to pay bills, don't they? So we'll see how that goes in the future. So I did see a lot of, there was a team of the season picture. I looked at the like kind of past team of the seasons for most consistent, and they have players like Kante from Leicester, which was, I don't think it was last season, it was the season before, which I think was FIFA 15. 82 Kante who had a team of the season card, and it was players like Jackson Martinez, Falcao, a lot of like high overall players. They were very good cards, and this time when I've seen the most consistent, there's like 3 cards I want to try, and that's it. I think it's Jonathan Vieira, maybe Carvajal and Sanson, and I think that's it for the whole most consistent players. Maybe Altidore, who is a player I've liked for a long time when I used to play with the MLS teams a lot. So we're just looking through the team this season most consistent from past years. I don't think there's much changed in the kind of layout apart from the players they've picked. They're more varied across leagues, where they used to just pick the kind of big names that didn't get many informs. I think now they're picking players who deserve it. So I think last time there was a player who got it, who only played 1 game in the full league, just because his name, I'm not going to name him, but that's what happened. Wasn't last year, there was the year before. Player played 1 game, and it was I think it was a friendly cup game or something like that it was, and he got most consistent after playing 1 game. So I think it's more fairer now that they're actually picking players who deserve it. So I suppose that's fair enough, but as people who open packs, I don't think it's going to be much benefit to you opening team of the season packs for the most consistent, unless you're a bigger YouTuber who can afford opening packs with kind of the money you get from ad revenue and all that sort of stuff, which isn't me at all. So I'm probably not going to spend any money on team of the season apart from I've got a few FIFA points left open from when I'm playing the draft and stuff like that, which I was trying to get as many FIFA points from the draft as I can, but I don't think that's going to maybe finish the draft one more time, but not much more draft from me. I think this is so boring. There needs to be some sort of revamp for the draft and online divisions for next year's FIFA, as well as a few other things. I know I've played pro clubs this year either, so if anyone wants to actually play pro clubs with us, leave a comment down below and maybe make that happen in a future video or something like that. So we did win that game there and we're put up to 28 wins. Elite 3, so I think Elite 2 and Elite 3 need to have better prizes than what they actually give you. I think if you don't think you can get Elite 1, Elite 2 and Elite 3 are pointless in my opinion, because Gold 1 gives a lot better rewards for a lot less effort. So if you can't get Elite 1, I would recommend you just to stay in Gold. You're most likely going to get more coins from the packs and stuff like that. That's just my advice on that kind of stuff. So what else is happening in FIFA? There was a post by EA telling them that Team of the Season's out on 12th May. The most consistent has been leaked, which I've said that already. And I'm not really happy with the most consistent team to a certain extent, but it's not really my decision. I'm not really bothered. I just want the Premier League one to come out. The thing with Team of the Season which bothers me, and I've seen it already happen through past years, is the same with FUT Birthday and the kind of 8 days of FUT for Christmas and stuff like that. It's mostly based on EA's lack for people opening packs and that sort of stuff. The same with Team of the Year and things like that, where they kind of just drain the coins out of the market. As you can see now, you go on the market, you get a want to watch Pogba for 600k, and like 2 weeks ago he was going for 2 million, something like that. I paid 1.6 on mine like a few months ago, so you can really tell the difference in kind of prices on the market now. So I seen a 89 Mertens for 300k buy now, and you get them for 250 on the bid, so that is insane. And you can get a Hazard 93 left wing for 350k on PlayStation. And he's probably cheap on Xbox, as Xbox have a lot of cheaper players. So something I would like to see in FIFA next year is Legends on PlayStation. It's so annoying having that kind of disparity between the two consoles. Why couldn't they both not just be the same and have... Because if you've been to a FIFA event, FIFA World Cup, stuff like that, which have been in the past, I've watched them in the past. If you've been at any of them or watched them before, you'll see the way they treat different consoles. They'll treat Xbox better than they'll treat PlayStation, which doesn't really bother me because I'm not a pro player or anything like that. I'm just saying it's kind of... It's all based on Legends, which boost the console's kind of notoriety on that game. So when Call of Duty used to have the map packs early for Xbox and now it's PlayStation, people will play PlayStation more than Xbox. I think that is obviously the reason to do it, but I would prefer them both to be fair, to be honest, because it's not fair on anyone. Only people who kind of miss out are the gamers themselves, so that's kind of the reason for that kind of pep talk, I guess. But I did say, so I'm going to talk about a lot of games I play. So majority of the time I either play FIFA in my own spare time when I'm not making videos. I play FIFA online divisions just to kind of warm up for FUT champions and stuff like that. But other than that, there's not really a game I play much. I might play a Battlefield for 3 or 4 hours, like twice a week or once a week, and that's about it. I don't really play games that much anymore since I've started YouTube for like kind of, I don't know, I'd rather just watch Netflix and watch something like that. I just think it's more thingy when you get to YouTube, when you start playing games for the content instead of playing games because you want to. There's a kind of difference there. If you're a YouTuber, you know what I mean by that. So when I record FIFA gameplay, now if I'm doing a video, I would rather lose a game and with a team that I shouldn't be winning with than win a game that with a team I know I'm going to win against. If that makes any sense, probably doesn't. So there will be a video on the channel soon called the slowest Premier League team Gold Edition. So what's going to be in that video is the slowest players from every position in the Premier League. And the thing is with that video, I won like in nearly every game apart from one, which I thought was absolutely ridiculous. So there's some of the teams I came up against. They were all in friendlies, but that doesn't really make a difference if you'll see the actual team. I might put it on the video here in a second, so we'll have to go on and record that in a minute anyway, but I will put a screenshot somewhere in the video so you know what I'm on about. But I'm using players like Mertesacker and Michael Dawson, Gareth Barry, Peter Crouch, Pino, like all these slow Premier League players who in the past used to be fast, and some of them still are very good. Gareth Barry, stuff like that. They're kind of good players for about 3 or 4 years ago. So now when a player gets to the back end of his career, he becomes very slow, which is FIFA's opinion. So like Jonathan Walters from Stoke and Peter Crouch and stuff like that, which they always do this. I want to just talk about this here. As you can see, one penalty is a gain, and it doesn't matter what happens in the penalties, I'm not going to win them. It's just the way it works. And as you can see on screen here, he was just bullshit throughout the whole game, to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. He didn't do nothing for the whole game, and he just looked his way to penalties where I knew I was going to lose. So what I might do in the future is just when it goes to penalties, I might just rage quit and leave the game. As you can see how many shots I had there compared to his. Possession is not something that you can kind of balance up with shots on target. Stuff like that, that's more important, shots, than stuff like that. So as you can see here, we've got 30 wins out of 40. We've got 4 games left, so we need to win 4 out of 4. So at this point we are Elite 3, which I wouldn't be happy with. I would rather stay in gold. So if I lost one game out of these last 4, it was kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I don't like Elite 3 or Elite 2. I'd rather just stay where I am. So you can see I do have 240k and my record's looking decent. So in game 36, I was going to take a cut there, but I don't think I will. So as you can see, he's got a decent enough team, 93 Suarez. I wish I had got a player like that in my monthly rewards. Not Suarez, as I don't really like him. So we'll start off the proceedings with a goal. As you can see at the top left hand corner, that Ericsson for us got his 100th goal, which is decent because when I got him in the untradeable pack, I thought at the time Ericsson is going to get it in form nearly every week because how well he plays for Spurs, but that wasn't the case. So I was just cracking my hand there. So what else can we talk about? We've talked about a lot of other things. So I was going to do a Q&A on the channel, but it kind of feels like everyone else has already done it. So the next milestone we might do a Q&A. I'm not someone who thinks about milestones or stuff like that. Just we hit like 100 subscribers so fast on the channel, and just stuff like that. I want to do kind of something for the 100 subscribers one. I think other than that, probably 1,000 subscribers is the next. It's not a milestone to me, as it doesn't really bother us if people watching the videos. It's fine, but might do something like that. So if you have any questions, leave it in the comments down below. So game 37, and you can see nice looking team, pretty average for champions nowadays. So you can see here we're backed into one with Harry Kane and we've got ourselves a penalty. So another thing about the second channel, actually, it's still has the same kind of graphics and stuff like that this channel has, apart from the banner, which I don't think I'm going to keep that like that. I'll probably get someone to do as some sort of banner or something like that. So I was going to ask if anyone wants to do is a banner or something if you want, but probably no one's watching this far ahead into the videos. It's a long video to start with. We're in the 20th minute now for a FUT Champions video, is a little bit long. So in the future we're going to probably cut that video down to maybe 15 minutes, but since I score a lot of goals in FUT Champions and anyway, it's hard for me to like cut every goal out when it's kind of the most important part of the game. So in the future I'll try and stick to the games that maybe 2-1 or 2-0 or something under 3 goals, because this editing is kind of, it takes too long at times for Champions games. So what I was going to do is just do the first 5 games and the last 5 games of FUT Champions and leave it like that. Which I might do that because it makes like, when I do the first 5 I can edit them, and then the last 5 I've just got 5 to edit. So as you can see, every time I played a person when I came to these last 4 games, his team was unbelievable. Ronaldo, Suarez, Bale, Vidal, Pogba. Very class active teams really. So we're still kind of trucking on here as well. So I am actually watching a lot of Netflix at the minute compared to YouTube. I was someone who watched YouTube nearly every day for maybe 5 to 6 hours. Doesn't matter if it was on my phone, on the iPad, on the computer. Doesn't really matter, I would watch YouTube anyway because I really like YouTube to a point, but there's certain things that you just can't get on YouTube which you like to watch on Netflix and stuff like that, on Sky, on anything really. So I know a lot of bigger YouTubers at the minute are going through this kind of, I don't know what it's called, some sort of ad block or something like that, where pretty much the companies like Pepsi and stuff like that have pulled out of YouTube's ad revenue, which I can see why they've done it, because they were advertising on stuff which was not safe for kids and stuff like that. So people were making money on kind of weird behaviour, let's just say that, because then we can't get in any trouble. So these people were making money on weird videos that shouldn't be on YouTube and shouldn't be anywhere on the internet, to be honest. But certain YouTubers kind of complain like, if you can't swear in the video, what's the point and stuff like that. Which I could not swear in any one of my videos. It's kind of preference to keep it not like every word's a swear word, because I don't think that's needed, to be honest, at all. Maybe if I done live videos more often, there would be a lot more swearing, but it wouldn't be every sentence, it would be once every 10 to 20 minutes. As you can see there, we did hit Elite 1, which is very decent for us here. So that is 2 Team of the Week packs and 200k packs, which we're saving for Team of the Season. So this team here, as you can see on screen, what we might be doing next week is changing it around. I want to use either a full Chelsea team or a full Spurs team. So let me know in the comments down below if that would be something you want to watch, as I want to keep it more interesting for FIFA. So, as well as Team of the Season, all of our random subjects I've talked about today. It's been kind of a weird one. We've talked about ad revenue, we've talked about Q&As, we've talked about anything really. And that's how I want my videos to go, kind of just talk about whatever comes in my head, to be honest, because that's what makes a video more natural instead of writing down notes and stuff like that, which I don't really do very much. So, I've been Patterson. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.